and being able to stack multiple jobs on top of each other to be able to sustain yourself in this economy that we are in, right? We understand the economy is not easy, and we understand that sometimes you don't get that one great job that's gonna pay all your bills and handle all your problems. So you do need something aside, maybe a side gig, maybe a side job, maybe something else that would add to your income to make sure that you meet your income goal, right? Hey, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Ajaxx Production. I am your host, Aniola Ajaxx, and we are back with another amazing episode. Now, this episode of the Let's Talk Business on the Ajaxx Pro TV network, we're going to be talking about what we talked about the last episode, which is the great lock-in. And if you haven't watched it, I watched out that episode of how I broke down what we're going to be doing on this, the 5 things we're going to be doing on this great lock-in, then you should definitely go check it out. But that's not what we're going to be talking about on this episode. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the things we're going to be doing on the side, the businesses we're going to be starting on the side while we're doing this great lock-in. But first of all, I want to talk about this topic of having 2 jobs or 3 jobs or stuff like that, and being able to stack multiple jobs on top of each other to be able to sustain yourself in this economy that we are in, right? We understand the economy is not easy, and we understand that sometimes you don't get that one great job that's gonna pay all your bills and handle all your problems. So you do need something aside, maybe a side gig, maybe a side job, maybe something else that would add to your income to make sure that you meet your income goal, right? This episode is going to basically encourage you that yes, that's a good thing to do, and then what side businesses that you need to start implementing right now to be able to handle your bills, right? Like I said, I've been talking on this channel about doing DoorDash or doing Lyft or Uber, right? Or it could be if you have enough money for investment, you could start an Airbnb business, or you can you could get another job. I apply for another job that can maybe you can go in the evening, a mall job. I have a friend that actually got another job at the mall. I got another job at the hospital as a front desk person. So it's very possible to stack jobs, but the problem with this is that you're gonna be working all through, and that's what the great lock-in is about. Is about working through the minute, and not adapting to the fun things of this world, right? And trying to isolate yourself from those things so that you can handle and solve your problems, so that when it is time to actually have fun and stuff, you have money to also participate in those stuff, and you're not the person that's just a carry along. Now you're the person that hosts the shows. You don't want to host the parties and people come to your parties too. You see what I mean? So to get to that point where you are the one hosting the parties, yes, you have to put your head down for a little bit so that you can put in the work and do what you need to do so that you can now step out and be the person that you want to be, right? So what businesses am I doing on this great lock-in, right? What are we doing in our business during this great lock-in, right? So we've already been locked in for the past 6 months or 6-7 months, right? From the month of January to this point. Like I said, last year I graduated from the University of Prairie View A&M University, and after, right, I got straight to business. Started working with my people. I already started my business, Ajaxx Pro LLC. It's already started that business, but I really doubled down on making content this year. Doubled down on creating videos like this that you're watching right now. And if you if you like what we're doing right here, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button. Join us on this amazing journey. We would love to have you along with us, right? So that's so that's what we're doing. And like I said, we do that. We work with our parents. I work with my parents, right, at an accounting firm in Houston, Texas. I've been working from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. After that, I do DoorDash from 6 to around 12 p.m. in the evening. And after that, knock it out and wake up the next day and do that. So we do that, and during the weekend I shoot episodes like this to be posted throughout the week. At OJ Consult, since it is my people, I do have the wiggle room to be able to edit my videos and put things together and put things out while I'm also working on stuff for the company as well, on the business, because we have clients on a day-to-day basis that we solve problems for on a day-to-day basis. So that's what we're going to be doing. But like I said, in that session, we're staying locked into that process. We're not diverting that process. We're making sure that we stay locked into work. We elevate in work, and to basically start new projects, related to work, so that we can grow our clientele list at the office. All right, and after work, we have the DoorDash situation where we, lock into that, and that is very flexible depending on, when I start getting clients on my, Ajaxx Pro business, then we can now, when I start getting clients on that side of the business, then we can leave the, the DoorDash and stuff like that and leave that to the side. But as I, start solving problems, if you watch the last video, you understand this part. When I start solving my problems, I will have more wiggle room to make more money. Because now because I need to, fix something, with my license, right? And when I fix that thing with my license, I'll be able to, do Uber and do Lyft and stuff like that. That will make more income for me, and that will give me the opportunity to be able to, accomplish these goals even faster. So that's what we're doing so far, and we are going to be starting very different projects on this channel that is gonna add to our side business goals. We're trying to build a community, and so that so that we can grow our business as well, and you guys can be a test to what we're doing on that aspect of things as we're growing our audience. I actually want to go with this thing that way I say, if you're interested in what we're doing right here, do not hesitate to subscribe, like I said, first of all. And if you want to join this great lock-in challenge and come join our community of of like-minded people like you, right? Don't hesitate to join the great lock-in challenge. The link will be in my bio below, so that we can do this together and grow and become better people in the next year to come. You know what I mean? So if you're interested in that, please do not hesitate to like, subscribe, and also click the link in the bio to join the great community, and we can work together, and I can put together a little challenge for us to accomplish this goal, our goals, even faster, even quicker. You know what I mean? And like I said, doing this is part of my goal, so you are part of my goal for this next couple of months. We're gonna be working together to get to the next level, and as we get to the next level, everything would be okay. I am your host, and y'all at Ajaxx. I know I just talked about a bunch of stuff. I don't know if they're together or not, but I think the spirit was moving through me, so I'll let that go with the spirit as the spirit do. And tomorrow we'll be shooting another episode on our reaction channel related to this topic of staying locked in. So stay tuned to that. I hope you enjoy that, as well. And yes, I said I am your host, and I'll see you next time.